Sitting at 2-0, and they'll finish things off tomorrow against Mexico. Off we go in the finale for the Americans in strike one.
Important for them.
Could even argue more important. Backdoor breaking pitch for strike three, and we'll dive into those details and together this roster. 2-2 to Birdie is swung on and missed. Another breaking pitch. A pitch that Homerun, by the way, going to start tomorrow's game for Team Italy. Here's the captain of the Italian squad, Vinny Pasquin.
He's hitting in a bandbox.
Got a little smaller, though. Moved the fences in at Kaufman. And how about this first inning for Nolan McLean? Striking out the side, showing off that breaking stuff. Team USA is coming to bat with this lineup. A little different look than last night. Witt, Henderson, Judge. On a one-year contract with the Colorado Rockies. Should be the 17 that he's played for the last 6 seasons. Witt on the ground to short. Sam Antonacci across the diamond for the first out. Team USA, and he heard that Bobby Witt's going to be the starting shortstop. Mark DeRosa was right up front with him. Henderson said, okay, I'm in. They've had big outbursts. They had the 5-run inning last night. A swing and a miss from Henderson, 2 up and 2 down, and they've had a lot of traffic. It's just been once they've gotten guys on, they've not been able to
navigate and getting 3 clean outs in this game.
That's a 4-pitch walk to Judge. And that's a life that he chose, signing as a free agent this off. So he walks Judge with 2 outs to keep this inning going. Now 3-1 on Schwarber, who sends a fly ball down the right field line. Caglione's over there. He's got it. And Renzen's got to score his first inning. On to the second in Houston. Pretty good trip going for this young fella. He got to skip school, check. He got to meet Mariners. DHing for Team Italy. Yeah, tomahawking this ball on the ground to second. That's where Ernie Clement draws the start today. 1 gone in the second. Who is going to be as a quarterback. DeZenzo on the ground to short. Witt's got it. 2 up and 2 down in the second. But decided to put football to bed and focus just on baseball.
Yeah, it's a great start to what hopefully will be a long career.
Kyle Teal sends a high fly ball to deep left field. Anthony's back, turning and watching this one go. Kyle Teal to the White Sox starts the scoring with a home run. Really good offensive catcher who made his debut last season for the White Sox. About to go get an espresso shot. The celebration for Team Italy. Guys sing Italian songs in the aisles, and a little bit of nice Italian wine might have been involved in that. Caglione gets hit by the pitch, and he's aboard with 2 out.
Hit by pitch, that's something. When you get hit on the foot, you don't mind it too. Promotion of baseball, trying to find as many players as they can. But it's also creating the confidence that they can.
Last year. Here's a drive to right center field that sends Judge back to the track, to the wall, and gone. Sam Antonacci hits a home run. Team Italy with a 3-0 lead. Antonacci, another White Sox, although he's not made it any higher than Double-A and hit a total of 5 home runs in the minor leagues last year. He's gone deep against Team USA, and Azzurri having all the fun so far. Home runs in this second inning, and a 3-0 lead for Italy. Now it's Dante Nori stroking a ball to left center field. Roman Anthony strides into the gap to cut it off and end the inning.
My own experiences being a second away from winning, or
how about a right center field? Marcy and Caglione. It'll be Caglione and right. I mean, for the longest time looked like second inning. Lorenzen pitching with the lead as he faces off with Roman Anthony. Chops the first pitch into the ground. Pasquantino at first. 2 out.
from organizations and players and pitchers, and
Over to first, Pasquantino feeding Lorenzen, and he works a quick inning, 7 pitches after Italy takes the lead.
Manager, one all the weight and pressure, and the other he's got nothing but going up, right? Like everything they do now is a tremendous bonus.
The rookie at first, a veteran at the plate. Marcy runs again, and it's fouled again. Marcy not going this time. Birdie lifts a fly ball to center field. Back goes Pete Crow Armstrong. Plenty of room. Marcy tags. Thought about it, but a good throw from PCA, and back to first goes Marcy.
It's a fly ball in BP. It's not. It makes you look silly.
I bet.
Yeah, you just can't imagine.
The symbolic offering of a spot on Team Italy from Pasquantino. Breaking pitch lands at the knees for out number 2. So good last night, those 7 Ks over 4 innings. There goes Marcy, got a great jump. Throw from Will Smith, skips into center field. Marcy heads for third. Bill Armstrong won't even try. Yeah, Marcy's at third base, showing off that's out. But to your point, it's all about run prevention in that case.
Yeah, and it's only
the way they dominated Great Britain and Brazil. That's downstairs for ball 4, and the second walk of the inning drawn by the Italians. First and third for DeZenzo. 2-0. Chopper over the mound to second, and Clement has to take him right to the bag. So Italy strands a couple this time and leads this game 3-0.
Welcome back to Houston. We're here with USA manager Mark DeRosa. Mark, Nolan McLean likely out.
Selfless guys. There's 14 position players here that deserve to play. And I think at the end of the day, they're all coming together as a team, and we'll figure it out.
You've said all along. Thanks a lot. Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, we saw that a little bit on Saturday night against Great Britain, where they trailed into the middle part of the game. And the biggest issue for him is laying off balls. Golfs this one to center field. Marcy goes back on it, steps onto the warning track, and he hit it to the wrong part of the yard.
to win 5-3.
Bouncing ball left side, in through. First hit of the game for USA comes from Witt.
As you see, Bobby Witt was going to be a hit no matter if he fielded it or not, but
whatever you think you can do. You are so dynamic. And he's going to get second with a wild pitch right here. Has his eyes on third, but throws on the brakes as Pasquantino gets.
This is one of the farthest wild pitches you'll ever see.
On a 1-1 from Lorenzen. He can't lay off. It's in the dirt. Witt takes 90 more. Don Henderson. Count evens 2-2. Judge on deck. Good pitch. It is a 2-2. Henderson grounds it to second. Clean play by John Birdie, and that's that for the United States. They strand Witt at third and trail 3-0. Great. He was one of the key pieces, and then made it to the big leagues last year. Had a promising debut. Pair him with a young catcher like this and teach him what he could. You got benefiting from. That's a walk for Teal to open up this fourth inning. These last couple innings against a staff that had walked only 2 over the first 3 games. Wave and a miss. It's some of that funk. Really struggled in his first taste. Hits this one hard to right field. Judge will turn and watch it fly. Caglione has hit the 3rd home run of the game for Team Italy. They're going to need a fresh bag of beans over there in that dugout.
That's one of the longest tosses of a bat you'll see in a home run.
But Caglione joins Teal and Antonacci. All these guys down at the bottom of the order, no less. WBC for Team Italy. Antonacci's got one of them. His first score holds, and then Mexico beats Italy. Then you got a potential problem on your hands. Chopper left side. Running through from Gunnar Henderson to get Antonacci, especially as the runs rack up here for Team Italy, because again, if you get into a totals. Dante Nori, sky high into shallow center field, and an easy one for Witt.
Well, either way, it's imperative in the bottom of the fourth that the a little bit shocking.
Back to the top in Marcy. Spinner for a strike. And 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike three to finish off the inning, but another big swing from a young hitter on Team Italy, Jack Caglione, who did this so many times in his Florida Gators career, showing off Royals fans some of what they hoped is 3 innings against the veteran Lorenzen, who's 1-0. Is a strike.
He's done a great job changing pitches. He's not thrown
as he can. 1-1 to Judge on the ground to third. Picked up by DeZenzo. Wide throw, but a stretch from Pasquantino. Work right there.
Yeah, this ball had to wait for that last hop, and then the ball just kind of sails on him. Wow.
Limber guy. Difference is they don't have the room for air because the pitching hasn't been as good. Here's Schwarber sending a fly ball out of center field. Marcy waits for it. 2 gone in the fourth. Pitching's been plenty good on the other side with Lorenzen, and can carry this with him as he goes into those starts at Coors Field. Did it against that lineup. I can do it against any big league lineup, no matter where it is. Coaches, Babe Ruth style. I don't want pro teams getting the idea that I can pitch too. Smith goes down the line into the left field corner. Headed for second with the first extra base hit of the game for Team USA. 2-out double, Will Smith.
Expect he's going to be looking for a pitch to really drive here with 2 outs. A good opportunity really to get the USA team going. 2-out base hit. Or 2 out.
1-1. United States looking for that spark. Lorenzen ahead of Anthony. 1-2. Sharply hit, but right at the second baseman, John Birdie, and they strand the double. So 4 innings in the books here in Houston, and it's all Team Italy so far.
Really enlightened me with why they're wearing the blues.
John Birdie here, the 2-hitter against Yarborough, takes a strike on the inside corner. Chase and a high cutter. 1 gone in the 5th. A lot of history, though. Italian-American man. Martin was born Alfred Pisano. Strike 1 on Pasquantino. Worth there, and you get a bunch of young kids who want to play baseball after watching this team. Witt cuts it off and gets his Royals teammate. 2 away.
Yeah, growing the sport.
2 down in the 5th inning. Dominic Canzone, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
We get a lot of headlines over here, too.
That's true. That's true. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff. Chopper that backs up Goldschmidt. Yarborough covers it first, and that's a 1-2-3 5th inning. We're halfway home in Houston. The U.S. bats trying to wake up. Download the MLB app. The #1 app for live baseball. Bottom of the U.S. order. Paul Goldschmidt takes a strike from Lorenzen. And you know, Francisco Cervelli like a couple quick outs and have a chance to get through 1 more inning. No balls and 2 strikes on Goldschmidt.
Off contact.
Here's his 1-2. Goldschmidt just barely gets a piece to stay alive. It's 9 straight innings without a run. Another 2-2. Goldschmidt swings and misses. Strikeout number. That's high praise. 2-1. Down the line, but caught by DeZenzo. And there it's bases empty, 2 outs. Pete Crow Armstrong, the 9-hitter, hit it deep to center field his first time, but it was caught on the track. An espresso shot. I know that's reserved for the home run celebration, but I think he earned it. It's a towering drive down the line. If it's fair, it's a no-doubter. It is foul. Altavilla fires, and it's fouled off 2-2. For coming back last year for the White Sox. His 2-2 is in for strike 3. Team USA shut out through 5 innings against the Italians.
He's in a good spot if they give up more runs and don't win.
It's a fly ball to right field that sends Judge back. He's onto the track. He's at the wall. He's got room. All right, so I think it's reached that point of the game where we ought to give you a little to Team USA last night. USA gave up 3 to Team Mexico, now 5 to Italy. So that 8's a pretty big number.
Don't want to maybe get down to that batting average.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? The average. 1-2 pitch. Awkward swing to stay alive. Just protecting right there. It's Te Posada. A 2-2 from Yarborough. Shot by first. Past the diving Goldschmidt. And a fair ball. Ricochets in front of Aaron Judge. Teal's headed for second with a 1-out double. Second extra base hit of the game. Not going to be a simple injury.
Yeah, he knows right about.
Teal will take over the catching duties in a 5-0 game here in the 6th. New pitcher is Brad Keller, and he fires a fastball by Caglione. There's 1-1 to Caglione. Strike 2. 3-2. Here it comes. Taken for ball 4. 4th walk drawn by Team Italy. Minor leaguer right here. Grounds it back to the mound. Keller's got it. Low throw gets into center field. DeRazio comes in to score. Throw is past second. Backed up by Keller. And it's a mess right now for the American. Fly to right field. Should be deep enough to get the job done. Judge makes the catch. We saw his arm last night. Here he'll go to third with it. And it's 7-0 and a sacrifice fly from Nori. This bottom of the lineup for Italy. Yarborough hit hard in the 4th with a home run from Caglione. Here comes the runner from third, and he dives under the tag. Antonacci makes it 8-0.
Hesitation, he's got no chance. He gets that lead and goes right away.
And you got a young Italian team playing like they got nothing to lose. 8-0. Italy making this hill turn into a mountain for Team USA. Top of the order coming up in the finish to this World Baseball Classic. 2-1 to Witt. It's fouled off. Witt's got one of the 2 hits in this game for the U.S. He swings through it. Was fooled on that tight slider. 1 gone. Gunnar Henderson looks at a strike. This is Teal's injury.
The probability goes way up for Italy.
That's a drive to right center field off of the bat of Gunnar Henderson to get the U.S. on the board. Well, it's a start. First run for the Americans since that 5-run third yesterday. And the crowd will take any excuse to make some noise on a night where they've had very few of them. Judge hitting a looping line drive to center for Marcy. And there are 2 out.
You mentioned he had a down year last year. He will not have a down year this year.
Francisco Cervelli's coming out. Looks like they're going to make a change here with Kyle Schwarber coming up. Boom. Pops this one back and out of play. 1-1. LaSource
making the entrance to the ring. This is getting the last out.
Don't let that guy near the espresso.
No.
Fouled into the glove, strike 3, and you wouldn't even recognize him. LaSource, stoic, marches off of the mound. 8-1 Italy after 6. Last year, 261, was one of the best left-handers in the American League. Facing 2, 3, and 4 in the Italy lineup here. John Birdie. 1-1 comes home to Birdie, gets a swing and a miss. You got, he'll even have 3 fastballs. You got the 4-seam taken off. Down to third, scooped up by Henderson. Birdie can fly, but Henderson gets him. 1 away in the 7th. MLB Plus, new for 20. Pasquantino fouls it off his foot. Well, fight.
When you have a game like this, I mean, it's human nature. You get a little.
Here's 2-2 from Spire. Pasquantino bounces it down to first. Paul Goldschmidt will beat his counterpart to the bag. 2 away.
If it stayed at 5 runs, the likelihood, then Mexico would have to basically.
Pounding ball to second, and Ernie Clement, who will throw out Canzone in a quick inning for Spire. Stretch time, 7th inning, 7-run game. 8 runs on 4 hits for Team Italy. 3 of those 4 hits home runs. And Michael Lorenzen, 30 years old and going into his 8th year in the Major League. Smith takes a strike. 2-2 on Will Smith. Here comes LaSource. Chopper. And to Nachi for the first out. His dad and his brother are all named Anthony. Anthony. Tony Anthony focusing on getting back from that. Was a late addition to the roster. Sends an opposite field drive to left center field. Marcy to the wall, and a leap from Nori. It was Marcy that wound up catching it.
Yeah, this didn't look like they were going to be able to communicate well, but one missed it and the other one was right behind him.
Pages, Kike Hernandez vibes. Game 7 of the World Series. Goldschmidt through the left side with a 2-out hit. Hits his ball to right center field. Caglione on the run. It's over his head and ricochets off the wall. Goldschmidt stops at third. A double from Terang. And the United States at second and third with 2.
Average was the slowest.
Looks a little bit like a wiffle ball, so you can understand why the swing looks like that. To cash in on one of them. The 1-2 fouled off. Top of the order after PCA. On the 1-2 pitch. Fly to right field. Caglione's going back at the wall. Goodbye. Not finished yet. Joe Armstrong, 3-run shot. So what looked like a measly 2-out single from Paul Goldschmidt has turned into something more. Is within striking distance.
Another guy that's not big in stature, but boy, oh boy, thunder in his bat.
Strike 1. Waits for his chance. Witt hits it off the end of the bat to right field. Caglione has plenty of room to get his Royals teammate, but the United States getting some life right here. A two-out rally. Goldschmidt, Clement, Pete Crow Armstrong at the bottom of the order. 8-4 after 7. David Bednar out of the Team USA bullpen, trying to keep it right here. U.S. gets 3 runs. Pitched well for Team USA. Had a 2 ERA in 4 games in that tournament.
For tomorrow.
1-2. Yeah. Strike 3 on a fastball to the knees. So does Enzo, the first out of the inning. And D'Orazio, who replaced Kyle Thiel at catcher, comes up to hit.
The question is, does Team Italy have another catcher they can go to? We don't know the answer to that just yet.
D'Orazio saying, I got this held down. Had a home run on Sunday.
We were doing other games.
There's a bullet into right field and a base hit for Caglione. What a game he's having. Italy's got him cornered with 1 away. Caglione has reached all 4 times, a homer, a single. The 2-run home run back in the second. Corners are in. Antonacci swings and misses. Oh, 2. So this is part of the order, 6 through 8.
Right here. Your Team USA.
We got a chunk of the home plate umpire Roberto Ortiz. It's in another 0-2 from Bednar. It's in the dirt. Skooks away from Will Smith. And they're actually going to say that it hit him. It hit Antonacci. And so back to third. Chance to break it right back open. Nori bounces it softly up along first. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-2.
Now you put the heat back.
9 2-strike base runners. 2-2 pitch. Got him. Bednar gets the strikeout that he needed. It's a loaded 2-out, 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball right side. Backs up to Rang. Over to first on the route of the bases loaded jam. And so they maintain the momentum they may have created with a 3-run shot from Pieces on to pitch. Best of close to a decade in the big leagues. Last year with the Guardians. And trailed this game 8-0. They could somehow come back and with
the ball in play. You never know what happens.
Strike 3. Henderson tips it into the glove. 1 gone in the 8th. Has played about as good a game as they ever could imagine. That's hit down to third. It's smothered by DeZenzo. Recovers and throws in time to get Judge. DeZenzo sticks with it. And this will be 2 quick outs for Festa here in the 8th. Stars shine for him in the win against Mexico yesterday. The homers from Judge and knock out
the USA team.
Schwarber with a base hit to center. And here they go again with 2 outs. On 1-1, Smith hooks it down the line, foul, strike 2. Festa fires. Smith pokes a base hit the other way. Back-to-back 2-out hits for Kyle Schwarber and Will Smith. And now Roman Anthony strides up to the plate. Anthony overshorted into left center field. It's a 3rd consecutive 2-out hit. Schwarber's in to score. Smith to third. It's an 8-5 game. And Bryce Harper comes up as the tying run. Anthony at first. A 2-0. Harper fouls it off. On a 2-1 pitch, Harper takes it right there, and it's 2-2. There he goes. Here it comes. Harper flies it to left center field. Marcy back at first. Now comes on with Noy, who makes the catch and ends the inning. The U.S. gets one back. but leaves 2. And after 8 innings in Houston, Italy with an 8-5 lead. So Bryce Harper unable to come through there as the pinch hitter. He will remain in the game. And
that's the slider to go with it. And there it is.
The league hit 108. It says he was in the months before. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to John Birdie. Pasquantino. Team Italy's doing all this even though their captain is still hitless in this WBC. Off the end of the bat, easy one in left field, Roman Anthony. 2 out. As the score stands right now, that would get USA in. And any form of Italy winning would get USA in. There's a swing and a miss, and there is a ho-hum 9th inning for Mason Miller. Last breath for the United States. Last chance for Mark DeRosa's bunch trying to complete this comeback from down.
They have not done that in a long time. The 9th inning, they better find a way.
Terang and a pinch hit double. It's part of the 2-out round. Terang leading off the 9th. He offered, and it's 1-2. Sharply hit to short. Backhand pick and a throw across in time to get Terang. Antonacci.
As he could have stumbled and thrown this ball anywhere. Bang.
1-1 pitch. PCA. Fouls it off. Strike 2. 8 on Crow Armstrong's aggressiveness. This time he got a strike and he pounded it. His second home run. It's 8-6. Pete Crow Armstrong putting Team USA on his back.
That's impressive.
And Francisco Cervelli's got to be pulling his hair out, wondering. Weisert's 1-0. Whip pops it up, down the line to right. Caglione charges on, won't get there. Nearly a strike. Up the middle, and there it is, John Smoltz. A base hit from Bobby Witt. And they've got the tying run coming up in the form of Gunnar Henderson. First pitch from Weissert. Henderson swings through it. Undeniable that you've got a play me. On an 0-1 pitch. Lunges after it, and he's down 0-2. Got him. Weissert strikes out Henderson. 2 gone in the 9th. And the new Captain America, Judge, takes strike 1. Fouls it off. Weissert ahead of Judge 0-2. BBC. Now the 1-2 pitch. Judge swings and misses, and Italy has. Would you believe that the Dream Team's hopes now rest in the hands of a bait?
You see that right there. That is something not a lot of people thought could happen.
And so